Yo, what is going on? You guys already know what it is. It is not 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am a little late. I said in my Discord server might be late, and it turns out I was. The reason I was late, I had a. Oh, wait, hold on. My microphone might be clipping a little bit. I just turned it down a bit. Hopefully that's a little better. Hopefully I didn't destroy anybody's ears. Music. I didn't ask you to start again. I was at a bank appointment, and that's why I was late. It's funny because I had to go to the bank because I had like an investment. I don't know, nothing too grandiose, but it was set to auto renew, and the only way I could cancel it was to go into the bank and to cancel it. And then what should have taken like 5 to 10 minutes was a 50-minute meeting about how my investments actually suck, and I should do many other things. Anyways, long story short, I got the investment canceled. I'm now here, and that's why I'm late. Hope everyone's doing well. Welcome back to my weekly 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time Thursday mashup streams. What is up? Cash Money 7732 says boop. Eric James Online also says boop. Hi, I might not be able to request this week. Too busy revisiting late 2010s bass music sets. All good. I hope you're enjoying that deep dive. I've never really been too into watching sets, but I think it's really cool, like some of like the huge sets, how some just performances have become so much more enshrined in like the culture over even some of the biggest hits themselves. Next Coyote _0, hello. Xn Mashes, hello. YoPixel on Vanity, hello Vanity, also known as Xn Mashes. Hope you're doing good. I think the form is open. It is bugged. It says -1 responses, but in case you guys are trying to request something, if it doesn't work, let me know and I'll try to fix it. Here, hello Fana Portal 2, how's it going? Before I move on, song that I was playing was Fall by Goldwater. I couldn't think of a song to play during my stream. I haven't downloaded that much new music. Actually, most of the music that I've been playing on my stream intros are like a decade old, like 7 years old. So I know I've played that song before, but I do really like it. Former Monster Cat artist Goldwater. I think they used to go under a different alias. I don't remember what their old Monster Cat alias was. I'm going to request something. I'll be right back. Sounds good. Hello, Guinea Dogs 876. Anyways, hope everyone's been doing well. The weather here has been getting better. I'm in a sweater, but it's not actually that cold. It's kind of cold actually. It was like 7 degrees outside, but I went on a bike ride to the mall, to the bank, and that's why I'm wearing a sweater. I will probably have to take off the sweater soon because I am actually pretty hot. But otherwise, can't complain. Can't complain. It's been pretty all right. Some of you may or may not have seen, it was my birthday recently, so didn't really do much. I slept in. That was like the best birthday gift I could get, was I slept in. And I slept in good. That's it. I also got a nice cake. My family, they were like, we wanna get you a cake, and they were like, what kind of cake do you want? And I was like, my only request is I want a cake with the number of candles on the cake that correspond to my age. Because I don't know if y'all have ever seen like those like photos of like some 70, 80, 90-year-old person with a cake with like 80 candles on it. Obviously, I'm nowhere near close to 80 years old, but I would like for that to be me one day. I want to have a cake that has 80 candles on it, and my slightly smaller lung capacity to try to blow out 80 candles in one singular breath. But yeah, otherwise, since my last stream, not much has happened. Not much has happened. I've been doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes. I think, was it Vanity? It might have been Vanity was asking me in my Discord server, when will I upload a new YouTube video? The answer is soon. The answer is soon, I promise. And if it wasn't Vanity, then, well, my apologies for guessing a random person. But I think it was Vanity. Maybe not. But I am working on YouTube videos soon. And that's a promise. That is not a statement. That is a promise. But yeah, otherwise, hope everyone's been doing well. What's everyone been up to? I'm trying to think of if I have anything that I can share. Do I have anything that I can share? I don't know. I've just been having a good time. I can't complain. I want to go on more bike rides. I got my water with me. What are y'all's plans for the weekends? What are you guys up to? I'm hoping to go out for dinner this weekend. I think that might be fun. I don't know. I realize I don't really like going out to eat. It sounds weird. Like if I could just order home, I'd rather do that, or I'd rather just have something that's like close by available. This city isn't walkable, or at least where I live. Toronto's pretty walkable, but where I live is not walkable enough. Walking to the restaurant is such a monumental feat of struggle. Wow. Delete this. You know what I've been doing actually? The biggest thing that I've been working on, which I guess I don't really have to show, is I've been working on a massive Minecraft storage. How many people still play Minecraft? I know I do. Sometimes. I'm currently on my 2-week streak, I guess. You could say the 2-week phase. And I've been running, I think I mentioned this last year, I learned how to host my own Minecraft server. So I've started a world, well I didn't actually start a world, I continued a previous world that I used to have on Minecraft Realms. And I've hosted it on my own computer. Which is why every time I stream, you'll notice that I have a little Java window up here as well, because I'm just running the server in the background in case my friends want to play it. Anyways, we have started building a sorting system in Minecraft. Just got the first mashup request. I'll finish the story and then I'll get started. Started building a Minecraft storage. It has, I need a calculator for this. Calculator. It has 64 times 2 times 4 times 3. No, 2. 4 times 3, 12. It has 768 double chests. So, and it's got everything's connected to hoppers and stuff like that. It was a very expensive build. We are finally nearing completion. We realized the hardest part wasn't the ingredients gathering. It wasn't the materials gathering. It wasn't the actual building of it. It's actually having to sit down and be like, okay, how do we want to sort the items? I don't think we're going to do 1 double chest per item, but like I'm seeing now 768 is a lot. And then imagine, right, there's like 4 hoppers per double chest. So that's like times, I think it was like 1, 2, 3, and then on the side is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 8, 10, let's just say 10. Oh, and then 11, so times 11 hoppers. Almost 9,000 hoppers, and then do the math. A hopper is a chest plus 5 iron. So like anyways, stupid expensive, but the build's complete. We just have to figure out where do the items go. So we've realized the building isn't the hard part. But anyways, that is what I've been up to. That's what we've been up to. And then it's not even done because we want to sort unstackable items, and that requires a copper golem portion of the inventory. Anyways, that's what I've been up to. That is what my free time has gone to. Not as much free time to my YouTube endeavors, but I do want to do that. Oh, I've also been playing the finals. I've actually gotten good at FPS shooters. Never in my life would I have thought I'd be good at FPS shooters. But it turns out if you use the same weapon and the same class for 2 years and don't learn anything about the game, you will suck. That is my life advice to y'all, is try out the other weapons. But anyways, enough of my ramblings, enough of my delusions, my silly thoughts, my shenanigans. I will catch up on the chat. We got our first request from Cash Money. They want me to mash up Pulse by Lockers. I think Lockers is a dubstep guy, right? And Pastel by Mr. Bill, who is kind of a dubstep guy. I will catch up on the chat in 1 moment. Put those in. Well, that's not good. What if I do that? Let's see. I am getting illegal links. Not illegal, they don't seem to work. And couldn't find any media. All right. All right, buddy. Let's see if I can do this. Do that. Please work. Hello? Well, that might be a problem. Give me 1 second to troubleshoot this. My computer's freaking out. I don't know. I don't even think it's my computer freaking out, but let's see. Do this. There we go. And then if I do this and I hit enter, all right, we might have a problem. We might have just a slight problem, and it is that my allegedly legal methods of acquiring music aren't working. Let me see if I can do this instead. Please wait on hold while I figure this out. Actually, let me catch up on the chat. I've kind of neglected you guys for a bit, and then I'll get back to figuring this out. But I will do mashups. I will do mashups. I sometimes play Minecraft as well. I play Minecraft too. That's wild. It's been forever since I've played Crime Maft. Good morning. Hello, Kabaddi Bash. You should do modded Minecraft whenever you have the time. You won't regret it. I have played modded Minecraft once, but it was like a decade ago when modded Minecraft still kind of started becoming a thing. What was it called? It was called Tekkit? Tekkit. I played a little bit of Tekkit. When did Tekkit become a thing? No way was it 2 years ago. Anyways, I played Tekkit and I found it to be kind of overwhelming and like complicated without like a huge reasoning. Generally speaking, I just stick to vanilla. I have a couple like mods that add vanilla quality of life improvements, but besides that, I don't really go out of my way to change the game that much, especially because nowadays I think Minecraft vanilla has quite a bit of flexibility. Like I love taking the limitations of Minecraft and extrapolating it, making it like min-maxing it within the confines of Minecraft. I think it's pretty fun. Do that. Is this hardcore? No, it is not hardcore. It is not hardcore. Here's another fun fact. I have never beaten a game of Minecraft. YouTube. I have never beaten a game of Minecraft by myself, solo. I've never beaten a game of Minecraft. That is something I should do. I should sit down and actually. I've been playing Minecraft since like 2012, and I've never beaten Minecraft, which is kind of crazy. I think maybe it's not crazy. I don't know. My excuse is, the game is hard when you're 12 years old. And also back then when they didn't have like netherite armor and shields and water clutching wasn't a thing. Back in my day, the dragon would just knock you off the island and you would die and lose everything and rage quit. Grr. Alrighty. I am downloading the music. Unfortunately, there's a wrench in my stream. But this is what I'm going to have to do if you guys want mashups, all right? So thank you for your patience. What else we got here? I'm not sure if mine will work, but I might as well see. Mine is hopefully a brain tickler. Bro, well, I'm out. Of course it was my request that screwed stuff. I mean, it's not your request. It's going to be every request this stream, unfortunately, is screwed up. But at least I'm figuring it out right now. There's some mods that are vanilla-friendly. Minecraft speedrun stream. Bro, I have never even beaten Minecraft. How am I going to get into speedrunning? Actually, Ludwig got into Minecraft speedrunning, right? Had he ever beaten Minecraft before or not? There we go. One. Also, maybe this is me like sounding like a big quitter, all right? But I'm happy to admit that I'm going to sound like a quitter when I say this. But I feel like there's no reality where I will ever be better than Feinberg. Is that his name? Like the number one Minecrafter? What is the point of speedrunning if I know I'm never going to be as good as Feinberg? I'm going to stick to my lane, all right? I'm pretty okay at mashups, and I'm going to stick to that. I already speedrun mashup sometimes. Clock. Let's see. What do we got here? Submitted. Send one. Hopefully this time I did click the send button. Also, you beat Minecraft when you quit Minecraft. Are you saying like if you just close the game, you beat it? When I think of beat Minecraft, I think any percent. So just credits warp, right? So you gotta beat the Ender Dragon, or at least glitch the Ender Dragon out of existence so that the end portal spawns. But I've never done either. Give me a 5-minute timer. Alrighty. Thank you everybody for waiting. We've got our first mashup. So before I go ahead, I will read the request. So if anybody's forgotten to submit, they can fix that, because I know that was something that we had last time. So after this request, we've got Kabaddi Bash, who wants me to mash up, I don't know how to say that, Bajork's Pluto, and Jane Remover's Psycho Boost. After that, we've got Exon Mashes, also known as Vanity, wants you to mash up Cole Breaks' 5000 with Cole Breaks' The Cake is a Lie. Nice Portal reference. We've got Guinea Dogs 876, want me to mash up Mistake Virtual Riot remix with Tech versus Alive and Kicking with Nabando's Tattoo Tukula. Gotcha. Next Coyote wants me to mash up I Said Meow by Azazel and Said with Bangarang by Skrillex featuring Syrah. And Phantom Portal 2 wants me to mash up Tiptoe's Mr. Cool Tricks, Mr. Cool Tricks' Tiptoe with Dry Bones Lean Gone Cold. Alrighty, this is the latest stream I've ever done. And we're gonna get started. So, first things first, I'm the realist.
Yes, I'm drumming a massive out to make some noise.
That's kind of neat. That's kind of neat. Piano spam all over this beat. What do we got here? Delete that. What is like 170, 145, I think is what's here. 145? This does not look like 145. This looks like 143. Oh, I forgot the, okay, why is this big? There we go. I forgot the notebook. Well, I kind of didn't forget it, but I kind of forget it. Lockers, pulse, in brackets, 143. It's not 145. 145 BPM. Allegedly C# minor. Scroll this so it's a little bigger. Nice. Versus Mr. Bill's Pastel. Allegedly 140 BPM D minor. Okie dokie. Also, Jane Remover, Cold Breaks 5000, and Azazel mentioned. We got both Tiptoe and Azazel reboot this stream. It will never be a stream without them. All right. There we go. My computer. I don't know if it's my computer or my mouse freaking out. There we go. Looks normal. And then Pastel. I think I see the vision. Because Mr. Bill's Pastel is all... and then you want to layer that with the piano. I think I see it. I think I see it. You said this is 140. I think it might not be 140. Oh, it might be 140. It's just the drums are slightly shifted around, I guess. So here's what I'm thinking. I think we should do 143, assuming the keys are correct, which I don't know for sure. I'm going to pitch up the piano.
Lockers. Luckers.
No. Maybe 2 keys? Yeah, so it is. Okay, apparently the stream has reconnected. Hopefully it stays alive. Pretty please, pretty please. There we go. Saved, saved. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pitch this out, push this down 3, and I'm gonna pitch down pastel 3. We're gonna meet it in the middle. It's gonna be a very gloopy track.
Luckers.
All right, I'm gonna start the timer. We'll just see what comes out of my creative noggin while we do this.
Luckers.
It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. I don't know if I like that, but maybe just do this. Okay. I want to delete that. Okay, I need to turn on and off the EQ because otherwise it sounds boneless. Just like that. A little cheeky EQ, nothing too crazy. Over here as well. Delete, delete. All right, that is it. That is the one drop. Maybe I could just double it up. What do you get? 1, 2, 3, 4. Double or nothing type beat. Where's the outro? That's the outro. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's just a fat fake out over there. Maybe we can do like a here. How much time I got? 2 minute type beat. Okay, I have an idea. What is this here? That could be an outro. I'm gonna put that over here, double that, something like that. I wanna delete this, put this here. 1, 2, and then I need to cut this. 1, 2, 3, copy, paste. Wait, I screwed up. Shoot. How much time? I got time. I got time. 1, 2. There we go. Oh, this is slightly delayed, so it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, two, three, four, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. And then outro, and we're done. Wait, excuse me, we're not done. How does this sound? That sounds a little goofy. I can fix that. I can fix this. Fix it, Felix. Let's do a cheeky crossfade. There you go. All right, we're just gonna have to hope that that works. There we go. Time. I think this is cool. Unfortunately, the keys are way off. If they were literally one key, I think this would have been an incredible mashup. Because they are not, there's definitely... The quality isn't great. I'm going to do one thing, actually. I pitch down this one. What if I do this? Will that sound better if I do this? It's a little brighter. I think the Stretch Pro helps with that a little bit. Would this sound better? I think this sounds fine if I just pitch it up. I like the normal stretch algorithm for lockers. I'll leave it at the Pro stretch algorithm for pastel. We need a title, Pulse and Pastel. Pastel, Pastel Pulse? Something like that, I don't know. I'll try and find some other combos for a later stream. Sounds good to me. All right, we'll play this out and we'll get ready for the next mashup. Pretty neat. Pretty neat. Like I said, not as clean as I think it could have been, but otherwise, not a terrible combo. I think there was a vision there. maybe 6 keys up, but if the piano was stripped from it, I think would have been the better move. But otherwise, I think it's pretty all right. Good idea. I like the idea. Not the best outcome, but it's a good idea, and for that, I can respect it. We are saving this mashup. Let's see, today is 2026, April 30th. And I'm going to title this Pastel Pulse, because I saw Nextcoil say it, and honestly, I have no idea how else I'm going to match the two titles. Fire emoji, thank you. Oh my gosh, this Locker's ID is out. I guess so, it's called Pulse. So feel free to go yoinky that one. Dude, I love that one so much. Yep, lol. Is the stream down again, or is it my side? It was down briefly, but it looks like it is fine now. So apologies for it going down. That is my Wi-Fi, and there's nothing I can do about it. Mine went down as well. Is it up? Back though. Stream bugging hard today. Lol. Okay. Listen, we ball. We continue balling. We continue balling. Next mashup request I've got is from Kabaddi Bash. Kabaddi Bash requested this one. They've requested Bjork and Psycho Boost, which I have right here. Delete. I don't know what either of these songs sound like. I am familiar with Jane Remover simply as like a person that exists in the world, and that's about it. I don't think I'm familiar with Pluto. And the only time I ever heard the word Bjork is, was it like PewDiePie's dog or something? That's a song. All right. Okay. Let's see, what do we got here? I need to copy this because I do not have the keyboard to type that accent. You have alleged 148 BPM. A flat major, which would be G sharp major. Thank you, Epic Games, for informing me that there are video games on sale. And the other one is Jane Remover Psycho Boost featuring Danny Brown. Enter is Burger King Wi-Fi. I used to stream from school Wi-Fi because the school that I used to go to had better Wi-Fi than my own house. So I empathize with the Burger King streamers out there. Potato router Wi-Fi, potentially. Movie star Wi-Fi, too far. Title is Pluto, Bjork is the musician. Oh, whoopsie daisy. TF is that Pluto is a schizophrenia type beat. What's even a schizophrenia type beat? I don't know. You imagine things that aren't there, no? Kinda? Maybe, maybe not. BPM A sharp minor. Wait, what? Oh, BPM is 150. A sharp minor. I know you guys copied this metadata from a website when you guys use the fancy flat and sharp symbols. Like, okay, buddy, you're gonna pull out the italicized sharp and the text for the flat over here. Can you guys even see that as anything copying it? There, look at that. I know. Oh, I can't zoom in on this anymore. Oh, that's as big as it goes. I know y'all aren't using these symbols day to day. I'm just using the hash symbol, and I get rid of all sharps, or I get rid of all the flat symbols because I don't like flat as a notation. Flats are just a social construct. In this house, we love sharp. Sharp keys only. No flats. Boop. There we go. Alrighty. Let me catch up here. BPM. He caught me. All right. Yeah. I don't know what I'm gonna do here. That was a Bjork. Bjork is the artist. So Pluto. Pluto's the song. Very experimental and industrial is what I gather. I should start with a tempo. That's what I should do. 148. I'm gonna be that guy. All right. How to know if somebody is too EDM centric? All right. My first question: where's the drop? I'm guessing like here. $148. Okay, if that's not the drop, then at the very least that is where the beginning of the measure is. Let's drag this back out. All right, got that lined up. We're gonna be destroying Pluto. And then the other song is 150. Is there vocals in this? Oh, the vocals were in the Chain Remover track. Oh, there are vocals in that. All right, we're going to extract stems. I have very low expectations for the stem extraction on this, but we will try it. I think. Therefore, I am. I don't know. I thought I had an idea, and it turns out I did not have an idea. What do we got here? Lamau exposed, lol, experimental, stream, lol. Listen, sometimes in life is one big experiment. That is what I've got to say. That is my philosophical that is my philosophical outlook today, is that sometimes life is experimental. Sometimes life is experimental, and you, buddy, are the experiment. That's what it is. Buggy stream. All right, listen. Don't be dissing too hard. All right. Actually, this computer definitely needs a little spring cleaning. I bought some what do you call it? Like the when I'm stem extracting, my camera just absolutely dies. I need to do some. I have, what do you call it? I'm so bad. I'm so bad at computers. I have that gel that you put on like the computer that you put in between like the fan so that it doesn't overheat. I don't know what it is, but I gotta replace that. My computer's pretty dusty as well, and then I was looking to buy more RAM. I just don't know if the RAM market is still absolutely destroyed right now. I still find it crazy that Pluto came out in 1997. I guess that would explain a little bit of the quality. I mean, it still looks pretty well mastered for a track from 1997. All right, vocals. I guess that was pretty okay. I want to nuke these. Psycho Blue sounds kind of hard. That's all I got to say about that one. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm not even going to bother trying, I'm just gonna whip out the instrumental. Sorry, not the instrumental, the acapella. Listen, we got Azazel, we've got Tiptoe. All right, get your bingos ready. We're pulling out the superstar. If I can find it, why am I? Oh, there it is. Samples. I'm just gonna search up superstar. And look at that, the project's already at 150, so we can just drag and drop it in, call it a day. All right, you have written here, I'm gonna shrink the chat just a little bit. Psycho Boost is A sharp minor. You're the superstar, no, when the sun goes down. Where's that? +4. +4 keys. Am I goated? Am I goated? Am I goated? Is it microtonal? Is it microtonal? Something sounds wrong. It is, I think it is microtonal, +50 cents. Let me catch up on the chat here. I keep getting Pluto confused with Unlike Pluto. Oh, don't worry, the RAM market still is. That is not great to hear, but not unexpected. Unlike Pluto, everything black submitted. And Angel Playa Psychopathic. We got Tiptoe, we got Azazel, we got Superstar Capella, we got a buggy stream. I'm on Bing. Banger mash it up with Superstar at this point. True. We're gonna go with D minor 50 cents. What is Bjork? Boom, boom. What is that key? What is that key? It's just one note. Dun, dun. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do the boss call here. I'm going to do this. All right, y'all ready for this? Here's what I'm gonna do. We're just gonna do this and see what happens. That's a drop. We bring this back. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna cut out that entire portion of the song. We're gonna drag this over here. Do that. I guess it starts here, the next measure, something like that. This is, you know how people talk about like vibe coding? This is vibe mashing, all right? I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know if any of this musically makes sense, but we're just going with the flow with this one, all right? We've got nowhere to be. I've got nothing to do today. We'll throw in some side chaining. That might help a little bit. It might be a good idea for me to lower the mega clipping that I've got on here. The mega clip chain. Can I get a McFrickin' can I get a wave, no, not wave shaper. I would like a McFruity balance, please. A McFruity balance with a side of McFruity limiter. Thank you very much. Wait, that's literally the midsection. There we go. Copy. What? Control Z, Control C. Go back to the drop here. Control V. And then last drop is V. Excuse me. My apologies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Question mark. We're just gonna shrink this. Delete. Copy. Well, not really copy. Drag select. That's just how that ends. I guess that could still work. That might not be too abrasive. Pardon me, pardon me, pardon me. How much time do I got? 12 seconds. Oh, that's not good. The side chain's is off. No. Fixed. Is this correct? That's not correct. That's not correct either. What do we got here? How we doing? Could be better is probably the best way that I could describe it. But otherwise, can't complain. So a bit of both. Sounds like a metallic mosquito. I think you might be honest. Printer startup, true. House, nah, it's hardcore now. It's like speed house, and then yeah, it goes into it throws in a hard style kick. Nope, that's not it. But it doesn't feel like hard style. It just feels like house with a hard style kick. House style. That is the genre we were gonna call it. Either hard house or house style. I don't know what I'm listening to. Fair enough. I don't know either. 10-piece McNuggies, true. Not knowing what you're doing, not knowing what you're doing, what makes you do it better is what makes you do it better. I guess so. It kind of allows me to just throw away my inhibitions and just be like, you know what? This is what I think is the best idea. Not that it will be the best, because I don't know what key. I mean, I was given the key G sharp major, but it just sounds like, considering this was probably from like a, I don't know, website that just runs things through an algorithm to figure out the keys, and this is so old and experimental. This is, I don't know. I'm giving excuses before we even listen to it. I am going to do couple of minor things after the timer. I want to nudge this down 0.2, and I want to actually lower the ceiling, compress it a bit. All right, we'll see how this sounds. What are we titling this? We got Pluto and Psycho Boost. So like Psycho Pluto, Pluto Boost. I like Pluto Boost. I think that's kind of hard. Let's play it. Wait, hold on. I'm going to remove the drums from the first half. Where did the chat go? What the heck? There you are. What do we got here? What do we think, chat? Is that not the mashup of the summer? Because I think it could definitely be one of them. Duality. Have you ever tried submitting mashups to Equinox? I have not tried Equinox. I know who Equinox is. No, I've never tried. But I am aware of them. And are they still around? I think they're still around. I think the only channel I've ever submitted a mashup to, like the only community or YouTube channel that I've ever submitted a mashup to was, they reached out to me. There was a YouTube channel called Mashup Nation, which was essentially a Trap Nation ripoff. Found it. Whoop. This guy. I think if I search up Mashup Nation Duality, that is not how you spell duality. Oh yeah, they've uploaded some stuff. They reached out to me when they had 10K. They've got 589K. Anyways, that's the only place I've ever submitted a mashup to. That's it. But I'm aware of Equinox. I am aware of them. Pluto Boost. I do like Pluto Boost. Hard House Section, go hard. 1 out of 10 is the worst mashup I've ever heard in my entire life. Listen. Hold on, wait. I've got a copy paste right here. To be fair, you have to have a very high IQ to understand Jane Remover. The writing is extremely subtle, and without a solid grasp of theoretical physics, most of the songs will go over a typical listener's head. There's also Jane's nihilistic outlook, which is deftly woven into her characterization. Her personal philosophy draws heavily from Nardoya Volya literature, for instance. The fans understand this stuff. They have the intellectual capacity to truly appreciate the depths of these songs. I'm going to delete that tweet now and hope that the FBI doesn't find it. What do we got here? It'd be like that sometimes. Jane Remover makes, Daria Core normally makes. That was definitely audio. We here, chat is here. 11 out of 10, it was a mashup. Submissions on Equinox are closed right now. Bruh. Don't bruh me. I had no idea. I wouldn't know. I think I know one of the owners of Equinox, though. I think it's underscore Quantum. No, but I've never submitted to them. I feel like it got good in the second half, but like you really need the stems to kind of get it right. And also, I think we got really lucky that without changing the pitch of anything, that it kind of just worked. G sharp major is harmonic of F minor, and F minor and D minor do kind of work pretty well. So I think we just got lucky that it just kind of worked. Well, obviously I had to nuke all of the bass. There was here, like this part, I kind of was getting into it. And then the hard style, I mean, I can always appreciate quirky hard style. It was kind of working. Anyways, I'm going to file, export, zip loop package, save this as, was it Pluto Boost? I like Pluto Boost. Pluto Boost. Enter. Next mashup request we've got is from X and Mashes, also known as Vanity. Wants me to mash up Cold Breaks' 5000 with Cold Breaks' The Cake Is a Lie. Y'all were talking about how that song was from 1997. These two songs are from like 2016, like a decade ago, which is kind of crazy. Kind of crazy that 2016 is just a decade ago. I was in high school in 2016, and I was on my tiny little notebook laptop making mashups. Some things truly do not change. Except I'm not on a tiny laptop anymore. I don't own a tiny laptop. I own a pretty okie dokie computer. Cold Breaks 5000. Cold Breaks. The Cake Is a Lie. Boop. You have here 105 BPM. G flat. That is not a key. Well, it's just G flat would be A, B, C, D, E, F sharp. But you've not told me minor or major. So it is G flat. As for major or minor, that is something we'll figure out later. That is a surprise. The other one you've written, 80. Also known as 160. I'm going to write 160. Actually, I'm going to write 80, I guess. I'm going to write 160, but I'm going to mentally remember that it is 80 because that is math. You've also written G, so it's F sharp. We don't know major minor. It is one of them. Nuke the single note bass. Well, it was a couple different notes, but it was definitely just sustained. Chat, check the Discord real quick. I see what you've thrown in here. Calling me out. Whoop. There we go. The Only Pixel 19 Mash Stream Starter Pack. We've got Superstar. We've got Form. We've got Forgetting the Update. I don't do that anymore. Ever since I've got in the notebook. I don't do that anymore. All right. New year, new me. I don't do that anymore. Clock is a classic. Tiptoe. Simulcats. True. Duel. That is me. Did you get that from my pins? Is that like? Oh yeah, there it is. Shoutouts to, I know who drew this. I know who drew this. I'm forgetting, but I know who did. It was. I'm gonna be really annoyed if I don't remember who it is. Kazooie Blue. They drew it, I think. Wait, I could literally just check the original message. Yes, Kazooie Blue. They drew it. Shoutouts to Kazooie Blue for that little piece of fan art. I like fan art. Fan art is cool. I save all of it, or I try to save all of it. I try to remember to save all of it. And this is going in my collection. Whoop. I need to. There we go. I'm going to call this the Only Pixel 19 Starter Pack. Appreciate it. Alrighty, let's move on. 2016 is more than 0 days ago. True. Do I work on an old Macintosh? Kind of. Well, no, not a Macintosh. Is it near me? Whoop. I guess it's not near me. I do have an Apple laptop. Oh, my microphone. Let me fix that. There we go. I have an Apple laptop from 2015 that I still work on, and I still do mashups on it, like only when I'm traveling. So that's a half truth. Lol needs Azazel. Wait, I'm gonna add one thing. All right, let's see. So we've got cold breaks. If that ain't the most YouTuber intro from 2012. There's literally no bass in this. That's kind of funny, actually. You wanna know why there's no bass on it? So that this song could later be re-uploaded to a bass boost channel where they would throw it into one of these bad boys and hit him with one of these. Holy moly. Alright, so let's delete that. Whoops. Let's do that. So what do we got here? 105. Allegedly. Yeah, looks like 105 to me. The question is, do we... Excuse me. I'm burping. Do we change the tempo of that one or this one? What do we got here? Cute. I'm inclined to speed up 5,000. That is what I am inclined to do. I think the quality of the song of The Cake is a Lie is like marginally worse. So ruining the mastering of 5,000 will get it more to its level. And I think just speeding it up will make it a little more interesting. We'll see. Maybe I will regret that. Unfortunately, the drums are annoying. What if I guess I could just sidechain it. That's probably what I'm going to do. Bass Boost Mashup added something. Also, where are they? Who's they? Gotta love 2015 YouTuber type music. Where's Cat Jam go? That is a good question. I don't know where they went. Oh, there they are. Why are they behind FL Studio? There we go. Let me clean up the project a little bit. There we go. Exactly, yeah, true. Lol the air horn. Also, I'm back. Hello, Eric James Online. Welcome back. We're here with a cold breaks double, and I'm going to speed it up. So, okay, you said this is the same key? Yeah, sounds like the same key. Sounds like the same key to me. Crack my knuckles. Oh, a little stretch, a little stretch. Okay. Let me keep the second drops real quick. Okay. Yeah, okay, I think I'm just gonna nuke the drums off of Cold Breaks' 5000. I'm not going to extract stems, though. I'm just gonna do a sidechain and hope for the best. Hiya, hello Rivers5110, how you doing? I'm just gonna start the timer, I guess. Yeah, let's go. That is where that drop is. So I guess that's the drop. Okay, drop one. I'm gonna do two things. I want to, there's already pretty little bass. That's not what I want to do. It's already pretty little bass. Let's just get rid of it. No bass. No bass allowed. This is not a bass track. Maybe a little too much removal. Something like that. And then while I'm here, I'm going to add Fruity Balance. Okay. I'm going to do the side chaining later, but at least that's set up. Okay. That's been laid down. Shrink this here. Oh, whoopsie daisy. Wow. Gonna do this. 1, 2. That's the next build-up.
Next test applied.
Oh, that literally lines up. All right. Neat. Copy, paste. Copy, paste. There you go. Could probably double up on it. Looks about right. Maybe not that much, a little less. Doot. There we go. What do we got here? I'm going to, oh, my mouse is freaking out. There we go. I'm gonna pause the timer for 1 second. My mouse is freaking out like crazy. Ugh, and I think it's because my battery, the mouse is not charged. I'm gonna plug in my mouse. Boop. There we go. It's gonna be a little annoying. How do I see the amount of battery my mouse has? Logitech. I've had an update. Thank you for updating my mouse. I didn't know that people do that. Wait, my mouse is at 85%. Okay. I thought it was like low. Alrighty, onwards we go. I'm gonna try something. I'm going to pause the timer again. I want to extract the stems from this, because I don't want drums. I want it to have a chill point. The cake is a lie. The cake may be a lie, but the drums are not. The drums just keep going. You know, I prefer speeding up the cake is a lie to 105. I'd use 80 BPM and then speeding up the song to 105. Also, the chord progression isn't the same. The chord progression not being the same is true, and there's not really much I'm gonna do about that, to be honest. But you are correct in that. It is gonna kind of sound a little spammy. And you are also correct that it'd probably be more logical to, well, I would be inclined to, you could speed up the cake is a lie, but I gave my justification earlier, which is that the quality of the cake is a lie is not as good as 5,000, and I'd rather get the two songs to a more similar sound, and also just because I thought it'd be interesting to speed up 5,000. We were mashing like halftime with double time, which is why I gotta remove the drums as well, otherwise the drums are gonna be really bad. Widowy, true. Sent in a request, Logi. The cake is alive, but the drums are alive. True. The cake is the truth, not. All right, here we go. That is too loud. Why is that too loud? Oh, I see what the problem is. There we go. Play. Where's the horn? I gotta isolate the horn. Get rid of that. Do that. You got another baby horn over here as well. All right, buddy. Even more horns. I'm not doing anything about that one. What is that sound? Well, I heard a whoa. Whoa! Gnarly, dude. Whoa. That is a sample I recognize. Where do I recognize that from? Where do I recognize that from? Don't tell me, do not spoil. I know where it's from. It is from, well, I mean, it's okay, it's not from this, but I recognize it from Halo Nova Triceratops, question mark? Is that the answer? Mr. Jeopardy, sir. There we go. I knew I recognized that scream. Holy moly. All right, let me close that tab. What was I gonna do here? I'm just gonna double check this second drop. Oh, what do we got here? All right, buddy. What if I do that? Like that. A little goofy. Something like that. Wait, not that one. Yes. Yes. Okay, that sounds awful. Reverse it. Reverse it. Saved. Oh, that's a build-up. All right, buddy. Here's what we're going to do. 1, 2. That's a build. Oh, it just speeds up. It's just not even on the grid anymore. All right, here's what I'm going to do. Good thing I caught that now, or else that could have been kind of bad. Oh, okay, the rest of the song isn't even in the same tempo anymore. All right, here's what we're gonna do. Control B, and then I'm gonna do, actually, I'm just gonna do this, that, just shorten everything. When in doubt, you just shorten everything, call it a day. All right, and we're not gonna listen to it. We're just gonna see if it sounds good. If it doesn't sound good, it is what it is. We need a mashup title for 5,000 and the cake is a lie. Was it the 5,000 cakes are a lie? The 5,000 is a lie. The cake is 5,000. The lie is 5,000. The 5,000 is the lie is the cake is a 5,000. The 5,000 cakes are a lie. I don't know. Here we go. Boop.
Next test applied.
Neat. I think there is potential for more creativity in this mashup. Yeah, if your goal is to make something out of this, then yeah, the probably better idea is to speed up The Cake is a Lie so that it matches the tempo, the halftime tempo of The Cake is a Lie at the mid-tempo of 5,000, which would be 80 to 105. I think this was more interesting. I have no idea what you would do with the sped up section at the end. I'd probably just ditch it even if I was trying to make something more fulfilling out of it. But for a cheeky little speed run, I thought this worked pretty alright. Obviously sounds very congested. That's the only word that came to mind. But I thought it was alright. Same key, same artist. 5,000 cakes. What's there not to like? Also, I thought it ended pretty well just like this. Guy likes his air horns. All right, what do we got here? Whoop. Where have I missed? The cake is the truth. Oh, I forgot. 5,000 has a happy hardcore part. I see. We both didn't see that. Peak what? Sort of squeaking. Tweety Bird. Holy Monster Cat. OG. Is that MPX? I don't know what MPX is. I'm gonna loop TF out of the new Lockers track. It is pretty good. So much horn. New Lockers track is hard. 5,000 lies. 5,000 cakes. 5,000 lies is a good one. I didn't think about that one. Because that's how GLaDOS be. Too many cakes and lies to be different. Also, now I know that yo, you can never catch vocal is from a sample pack because I heard it in a different song. See, also as you can see, Colbrix is a Portal 2 fan. Just like you, for real, true. By the way, I'm hopping on a game with my friend. I'm still listening. Just gonna lurk. Hey, it's all good. Shoutouts to the lurkers. Fan Portal 2's Colbrix, real. No, I wish. 5 out of 10, mid. The player UI when you showed the visualizer for Triceratops. Now my question is, what was that in reference to? Wait, I know what. Is that MPX? I don't know what MPX is, but that was Firefox's picture-in-picture mode, is what that was, which I can show an example of very quickly. Pop this out. Whoop. There you go. Oh, YouTube. And then there's a little button here, pop out, and then it's picture-in-picture, stuck on the screen. Pretty good. Pretty helpful, pretty handy. I like it. I like putting a random YouTube video on top of the stuff that I'm working on. Gets the job done. Otherwise, I also have this thing that I installed recently. Well, I say recently, it was probably like half a year ago. It's called, what is it called? Desk Pins, which is how I have this YouTube chat, which is just a Firefox window, but that's how I have that on top while I'm working on stuff underneath it, which I really like. I think this is a huge addition. It's also been really helpful because sometimes I'll have like a notepad open, whoop, and I'm trying to like make notes of something that I'm looking at on the screen, and I'll just pin it, and it just stays on the screen. It's a little buggy sometimes, but when it's not buggy, like right now, it's a little buggy. Boop, notepad, boop. Let me enter pin mode. There we go. Enter pin mode, and then it adds a little thumbtack, and now I can do other stuff. So that is my plug of the stream. Yeah, I figured it was Firefox PIP. Wow, Dustbins is a very macOS application named LOL. I guess that's fair. All right, let me clean up. Wait, I can delete those two. Select unused, delete. I am naming this 5,000 cakes because I think cakes is goofy, and I think 5,000 of them is even goofier. 5,000 cakes. Enter. Next mashup request we've got is from Guinea Dogs 876. If you're present, Guinea Dogs, please make yourself seen and known and acknowledged. They're requesting Mistake Virtual Riot remix by Tech and versus Alive and Kicking with Nabandos by Taukula. I don't know how to pronounce her name. Yes, I am. Hello there, Guinea Dogs 876. Is there a significance to 876, or is it just a random selection of numbers? Is my question for you. The numbers, Mason. What do they mean? Do that. Delete. Do that. All right, let's copy this metadata. YouTube might have handed it to them. I figure that's probably the most likely reason, but I figure I would ask. You never know. Sometimes people have silly little numbers for silly little reasons. Valid silly little reasons. There you go. All right, you've written down 128 with A sharp minor. And the other song you've written is also 128 and also A sharp minor. Big if true. Alrighty. Clean up the project just a little more. What's 19 mean, Pix? I just really like the number 19 ever since I was younger. And that's it. Unfortunately or fortunately, there's no other significant reason. I didn't make this account when I was 19. I made this account when I was pretty young. When I was 19 years old, that hit hard. That went crazy. I feel like I peaked when I was 19 years old. I was like, yep, this is it. It only goes downhill from here. I kid. I joke around. 19 was a sick age to be, though. I'm realizing coincidentally 19 is the year where you can legally drink alcohol in Canada. That's not, well, it depends by province. Technically Quebec it's 18, but that is it. I just really like the number 19. If you look into it, I think 19 is a prime number. That's kind of cool. I don't know. It's pretty neato. Let me tell you, that sounds like Virtual Riot.
Mistake.
Steak?
Mistake. Mistake.
Oh, mistake.
Mistake. Mistake.
I just genuinely thought for a second it was gonna be steak. Sounds like they're both at A sharp minor. I think you've got a sick idea already here. I'm trying to think what I could. I mean, besides like EQing out, I'm probably gonna use the Virtual Riot remix as a bass because it sounds way more processed. Gonna be a good fundamental bass. I think the growls and basses in Bandos is gonna be a nice additive. I just gotta make sure that I layer like any melodic elements together because otherwise it might feel a little out of place. But this is cool. I like this already. Excuse me, let me catch up here. 2000s window type widget. I mean, yeah, it's literally like even the pin, like it's just so pixely. It looks like something out of like Windows 1995 or whatever. Dual Lord 19 was when your mashups really took off, right? How old were you when you got into the mix contest? I was 17 years old when I first made it into the mix contest, and then I think I was 19 when I won the... No, that can't be right. Is it right? Let's see, because I was in the 2016 mix contest and then the 2018 mix contest, and then I guess I was 19. I was 19 years old when I won the mix contest. Very coincidental, but yeah, because the only Pixel 19 was my name, even before I used to have the username Pixel Miner 19, like as in I liked pixels, like I don't know, pixel chiptune, and then I was really into Minecraft, so it was the word miner, not minor as in somebody that's underage, and then the number 19, and I chose that username when I was like 11 or 12 years old. And then I changed it to the only Pixel 19, I think when I was like 14 or 15 years old, and I've just stuck with that username ever since. But yeah, I completely forgot about that. Yeah, I guess I won the mix contest when I was 19. Now I know why I thought I peaked back then. Trim that, trim this. I'm just gonna hit a cheeky 5-minute timer and just ball with it. Those drums are distracting. Okay, do this, maybe double it up, something like that. Let's do...
Mistake.
Let's do some side chain or Reno. Shout out steak for real, bro. Gotta be one of my favorite foods. Kinda, not really. Well, I enjoy it. I enjoy a really good steak, but favorite? I would not call it my favorite. Hit him with one of these. There we go. We'll do some reverse side chain, because why not? Why not? A little bit of thumpy kick don't hurt nobody. I got 2.5 minutes. There is one thing I want to do. What can I do here? I don't really. Here's what I can do actually. I'm just gonna nuke that. I don't want the melodic and the bass elements to mix. So I'm probably just gonna do something like this. There we go. I'm gonna shrink this in half. Shrink that down, shrink this down, trim all of that side chain. Something like that. What is happening? That's just how the song ends, huh? Cool, I suppose.
Mistake.
Okay, we'll do that. How does it outro? I guess I could just reuse the intro. That's a pretty classic extended mix technique. Something like that. I'm just gonna leave that there. I will wrap this up, do that. Do this, cut out mistake. I will copy side chain. There you go. I'm blanking. I'm making goofy mistakes. There we go. One, two, three, four. I'm just gonna do this, trim it down, and we'll call it good. I guess I'll just copy the sidechain as well on both, and we're done. Time. Let me catch up on the chat here. Steak. That sounds like old school VR. 6 steak emojis. This was a mistake. Yummy steak. Surely cut from mistake, so it says this is a steak. I guess I could do that.
Mistake. Mistake.
There you go. This was a steak.
Steak.
I can do it a little better. Make unique. Stretch.
Steak.
I want to declick. No, I don't like that. So I'm like, nope, that's not what I want to do. I want to do this.
Steak.
Okay, and I will copy it to the other drop. Here.
Steak.
I could also just, I'm gonna reuse the second drop.
Steak.
There we go. Time. What happened here? All right. Mistake and nabandos. What is a nabando? What are nabandos? Let's see. Enter. Nabando. I'm getting results for Nando's, a South African multinational fast casual restaurant chain that specializes in Portuguese flame-grilled peri-peri style chicken. The name is derived from a nickname for the male given name Fernando in reference to one of the company's founders. I did not know Nando's was South African. The more you know. But what are nabandos? Nabandos refers primarily to 2014 electronic house track Tatu Takula Nabandos. It is also found in the Tiltagon games soundtrack. Alright, well that doesn't answer what a nabandos is, so I guess nabandos is not a mistake. That's what I will do. Or we could just literally just call it, yeah, Nando steak. That might just be the answer. How about the title being Nabando steak? True. I guess that's also an option. Alright, here we go. Next mashup is Next Coyote, by the way. Make yourself seen. Wholesome 100. That was good. That was good. I like that. That worked pretty well. No thoughts, no comments. A couple of parts that I think if I was to improve upon this would just be like there's some of the virtual right bass sounds that I'd probably tried to replicate on the Nabando side, maybe just rhythm wise. Let me see if I can find one in particular. Like here, where it goes. Da, 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 da. I'd probably try to take something from here that replicates that. Something like this. Copy BB, copy BB. Something like that. I probably need to add a little bit of space just to give it a bit of breathing room. Like that. I don't know, just to kind of make it a little more cohesive. But otherwise, I thought the combo was good. I'm glad I took the time to just match the bass and the melodic call and response a little more so that it was a little more cohesive as well. And in this midsection, I didn't realize the drums came back early, which just doesn't sound good when it has no bass compared to this like much more calmer, singular, what was it called? Pluck? Something like that. But otherwise, I thought it was good. We need a title for this. Oh, we were going to go with Nando's Steak. File, export, zip loop package. Nando's Steak. Enter. Cool. Here, hello next coiled. This was a steak. Michael Rosen voice. Slab of meat. Salas. Previous mash cake. This mash steak. Next mash baked, deep fried. Well, next mash is bangarang, and I said meow. So unfortunately, not food related. Delete. The only idea that comes to mind right now is I said bangarang. True, I did say bangarang. I just said it right now. And heck, I might even say it again. Let's see. As Azalan said, I said meow. You have here 100 BPM and F minor. And you've got here bangarang. This is the Call 911 song, right? Something like that. Call 911 now. Wow. I forgot it was also like mid-tempo glitch hop-esque tempo. Mo, I have uttered the famous pre-drop vocal from that one glitch hop track. Pay me. You got the wrong song. I did? No pics? No, it's not the 911 song? Okay, well, that's the song that's right here, so... Oh, I'm thinking of Equinox. We're at top of the year. What's this then? Oh, bangarang, bass. Fortnite. Bangarang. Alright, I gotcha. I gotcha now. I gotcha. All the Skrillex songs sound too familiar. They all blend into my head. My tiny little head that doesn't think about Skrillex. You got the song, no pics. No, it's not the 911 song. It's the ice cream truck music video. First of the year Equinox. Alrighty. Q Kaisenat Gangabang. Is that a thing? Kaisenat Gangabang. Enter. Kaisenat tried to find a Skrillex song. Hashtag streamer. Hashtag Kaisenat. Hashtag Skrillex. Hashtag dubstep. Alright, fellas. This is time for our new segment in the stream where we do a YouTube Shorts break.
What's Skrillex?
Skrillex was like dubstep.
Dubsteps.
Is that true, chat? Can we get a fact check on that? Is he like dubsteps?
I know Skrillex is a goat. What's the one that they...
Did you just say he's the GOAT and did not know that who Skrillex is?
Skrillex is a goat.
Oh, I know Skrillex is a GOAT. Okay, respect. Fair enough. True. That is true. Facts.
What's the one that they... Gangabang.
Gangabang. Screulix. Skrillex.
Gangbang.
So you guys aren't even.
Oh, that's unknown. Adult Gang 39 shorts. It's a shorts though.
What's Skrillex?
That's YouTube though. Unfortunately, very lore accurate YouTube experience sometimes. Alrighty, and that is it for our YouTube Shorts intermission. It's a clip where he tried to find Bangarang to no avail. He likes dubsteps. I cringe so bad. Stap. No, lol. LOL. Nobody fact checked. Is it true? Is Skrillex like dubstep? He's more like trap now, I guess, if we were to take it seriously. Which is good. I like trap music. Alright, enough procrastinating. Enough stalling. That's the word I was looking for. Alright, so we got 100 and 110. So if I remember, I said meow. Or just Azazel, it's bright. Yeah? Okay. I'm going to do my usual old man technique where I put an EQ on the Azazel track and lower the high end by a couple decibels. Did I just put it on the wrong track? I did. Whoopsie daisy. My apologies, Skrillex. I would never do that to you. What is G major? E minor. Which I guess the question is, I'm gonna pitch up Gang of Bang. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do 110. Fortnite. Gang of Bang. G, F, E, F minor. Okay, we'll slow it down. Okay, where is the drop? Shout out to my boys, Green Brownies. Bump. 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 Something's off. Something is off. There is a disturbance in the atmosphere. Wah, 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 Fortnite, bangarang. Alright. I'm not even going to bother trying. 150. We're pulling it out. We already pulled it out once this stream. The bandit has been ripped. It doesn't matter anymore. Sounds about right. Bangarang is G minor, in case you guys wanted to know. So what, I guess pitch this down 2 keys maybe? It might sound a little goofy. Stretch Pro. Whoops. I guess I'll close everything while I'm doing that. Okay. Okay. We'll catch up on the chat here. Kai Height Kai. I don't know what that means. Song title better be I Said Gang of Bang. That's not the drop. The drop is ahead. Picks, you've got the pre-drop. Goes hard though. LOL. LOL. I love how I Said Meow has aged slightly less than other songs from the time. The little melodic break between the first and second drop still sounds beautiful. All right, you guys are grilling me in the chat because I'm not doing the drop. I've been mashing this. I've gotten I can't talk. I've gotten I Said Meow a couple of times, and every time I've mashed it from here, and I think that's kind of correct. I don't know. It feels correct to me. I get what you guys are saying though, because like the actual growls and stuff come here. But like the way I interpret it is this is the intro slash build. This is like the flight, right? This is like flight, like Tristan and Bracken's flight. Sorry, Breakin'. No, that's the wrong song. That's To the Stars by Bracken. Flight, Tristan Flight. Loading. I count that as the drop. That's the drop. And that's kind of how I see this as well. Although let's see, if I drag this to the beginning. 19 seconds. And then the flight drops at 23. So like that's how I imagine it. Because this is a drop. Although I know some people also think of this as the drop. Play, load, load, holy lag, load, 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 load. There we go. Boom, ba-na-na-na, boom. Like that's like the other drop, right? So I don't know. But in the end, who's keeping track? But let's see if we can get a, let's see. Drop is at 25 on the grid. I haven't thought about Flight in a long time. Oh, that song. Not since I last heard it play on Monster Kids Twitch. I think of Flight the same way. TBH. Fair enough. I mean, with that song, with Flight, there's an actual second build-up between the intro in quotations, and the drop. I'm remembering now. This song is a drop. This song does not stop. You've got build up, and then you've got drop. All right. Enough procrastinating, enough of my usual shenanigans. I'm just gonna go for it. We'll see what happens. Actually, let me quickly familiarize myself with Bangarang real quick. Alright, listen, just trust the process. Alright, I'm gonna match the first intro with the first drop, and then the real drop with the second drop, because that's what I'm gonna do. All right, trust the process. All right, I'm the captain now. All right. That. Hey yo. true. Bars. Bars. Spit your bars, my brother, indeed. Weed brownies. Oh, I choked. What the heck? That's not where... Oh, that's why the drop was, like, weirdly timed. Alright, that's a mistake on my part. Here's what I will do, is I'm going to do... I'm choking, I'm ruining, I'm throwing! What the heck? Do that again. There you go. Push it by 1. Push everything by 1. I'm gonna extend the timer up. I'm going to extend the timer a little bit because I choked way too hard and laying all of this out. Weed brownie, shouts out my boys. Wait, did I choke again? That's correct. Okay, I don't know why that's there. Oh, that's weird. Okay, no, the song just does be like that. All right, respect. All right, now we got that laid out. All right, how am I gonna cut this? What if I do? Give me a half step. Yes. Okay, something like this, maybe. Something similar here. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Bangarang bass. Let's do. Do it over here as well. Something like that. 1 2 1 2 3 4. Like that. Be quiet, timer. I set the rules in this house. Fortnite, bangarang based. Oh wait, I can also do it here as well. 1 2 3 4 5 6. 1 2 1 2. Fortnite. Ooh, this might sound cool or this might not sound cool. We'll have to see. Oh, yes. No, yes. Meow. No bass. Doing. Get the room here again. I'll do one last quarter note pulse, and then I'm gonna let the second drop just play out. We'll see if it's good or not. Green brownies. All right, put that back to line. Let me catch up on the chat here. Where was I? I guess you could say they both have a melodic and heavy drop. Yeah. Non-stop drop. True. Once you drop, you can't stop. Once you go drop, you can't stop. You can't go stop. Gang a bang. All right. Let me switch tabs. There we go. All right. I said meow. I said bangarang. I guess gang-a-bang is becoming too big a meme. We'll just say I said gang-a-bang. Kai said gang-a-bang. We could say that. Here we go.
Hey yo, I'm eating Fun Dip right now. Not giving a fuck.
I don't think I've ever had Fun Dip in my life. Fun Dip. Isn't that just like sugar? Fun Dip is a candy manufactured by the Ferrara Candy Company. The company has been on the market in the United States and Canada since the 1940s. Interesting. But what is Fun Dip? Popular retro candy consisting of pouches of flavored colored sugar powder and edible hard sugar sticks called Lick-a-Stick used for dipping. So you've got hard sugar and powdered sugar, and I guess you make it wet and then you lick the sugar off the sugar, is what I'm gathering. Does not sound like a candy I would enjoy. Maybe it would, I don't know. Mayhaps I would. I should try it someday. Let's clean up the project. Delete. File, export, zip loop project. I am titling it I Said Gang-a-Bang. Enter. Semicolon 3, Catcore. Actually, that's my title suggestion, Catcore. Catarang, Catabang. Damn, I should have. That was a good one, actually. Or Kai said Gangabang. Hard's Ticks. Gangabang. I've already saved it. I've already saved the project. It's out of my hands. There's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do. I can't change anything. What's set in stone is set in stone. It's not like it's my computer and it's my files and I could change it. But that was a good one. That was a good one. What was it? Cat? I said Catarang. I do like that. I do like that. All right, next mashup request we've got is Tiptoe by Mr. Cool Tricks and Dry Bones Lean Gone Cold. Bangarang. Computer's freaking out. There we go. Classic. What is this? Also classic. Let's get these songs. Can't see through my hair. Mr. Cool Tricks. Tiptoe. 130. E minor. You've written here 91. F major. F major. There we go. Lean Gone Cold. Can't say I've ever had lean. I think legally I'm supposed to advise you guys don't have lean. Does not sound like the way you should be taking medication, but I wouldn't know. I've never had. What is lean again? Lean. Lean. It's like Sprite and you know what? I know this is an educational stream, but I'm realizing I probably should not tell you guys how to make it. So we will not do that. Do not search up how to make lean on internet.
She don't even wonder, cause she knows she bad.
I heard that sample. Where is it? Classic. Five Nights at Freddy's sample. Alright. Catch up on the chat. Gangabang. Hey, Mario mashup. The inevitability is inevitable. Dry Bones noises intensifies. Hi. Alright. As I usually do. Well, first off, what is F major? F major is D minor, which means I am pitching this. Wait, I gotta do the correct tempo. As I usually do with our repeat visitor Tiptoe, I'm just going to make Tiptoe into whatever other song is requested. So I'm going to pitch this down 2 keys, and I'm going to slow it down to 91. Actually, why do I question that it's not 91? 91. It is not 91. It is also not 92, which means it is 91.5 times 2. I forget, does FL Studio allow calculations? I think it does. I think it allows expressions. That did not work. All right, don't tell me 91.5 would be 180 plus 2 plus 3, 183. That is my guesstimate. .183, also known as 91.5. F major is D minor. Da-na-na-na-na, you're a superstar, na-na, when the sun goes down. Yeah, we're speeding it up. We're speeding it up. Yeah, it sounds like D minor.
Move with the flow, we back to Tiptoe.
Literally lines up at the beginning of the song. All right, 5-minute timer. We'll see what happens. Good luck. Oh, wait, hold on. D minor. There we go. Let's go. What? Pussy? Classic. That's a chime sample. That's a Cloud Factory. There's a second drop. Oh, if I knew this was here, I would have just used that in the double halftime. I'm gonna use it there. Then I can also get a cheeky little outro. I'm going to do this. Nope. Yes. Remash. Oh, I need the outro. Dun 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 dun. 140. Classic. I want to redo just a little bit of the McHeckin. I'm clicking every wrong button, and it's annoying me. There we go. See if I can get some sidechain in. I need you. Shoot. You. There we go. How much time we got? 22 seconds? We're chilling. That's all I need, baby. Limiter. Oh, shoot. That would have been bad. Fruity balance. I'll do some sidechain. Cheese sidechain. Thank you for the heads up. I'm so lost. There it is. Create automation. Do that, do that, do this. Whoa. There we go. You got that ready to switch. Boom. Paste, paste, paste. Oh, too much paste. All right. I think this is done. Trim that just a bit. There we go. Okie dokie. Let me catch up here. I can't find the Dry Bones track anywhere. Is it on SoundCloud? I was given a SoundCloud link. And this is why you can't find it. It has no title. But I guess, well, the link is, the artist is Dry Bones 2008. And the name of the track in the URL is Lean Gone Cold, I guess. So, oh, look at that. They've got another track also with no title. And it's named ATUSQHOLWUWX. What does that mean? Sounds like Daria Core to me. Fool's having trouble with SoundCloud at the moment. I think try YouTube Duels. It's only SoundCloud. Oh yeah, Duel. Did you ever find a new you-know-what? Allegedly. Although my former you-know-what is also just working now. So, yeah, I guess. Because if not, I can send you the one I used. Jump scare title. Toes Gone Cold. True. I guess that's a good title. Toes Gone Cold. That's better than Tip Gone Cold. True. All right, here we go. Play. Classic outro. I realized I forgot to remove the sidechain here. I should have deleted those. There we go. Besides that, it's alright. Can't complain. It is what I would have expected from a Daria Core and another Tiptoe mash. Let me clean up the project. File export zip loop package. I'm going to do Toes Gone Cold. I do like that. I like that title. Toes Gone Cold. Enter. Alrighty, that is saved. Next mashup we've got is from Undead, who I know is gaming with their homies, but they are a YouTube member, so I'm still going to do it. They have requested. Oop, there we go. That is That by Drinks on Me and Bright by Atura and Simona Shao. I'm expecting some house, some UKG, some UK garage or speed house, I don't know. That's house. Alrighty, so we've got Drinks on Me, that is That. Whoop. And Atura and Simona Shao, Bright. And you've written here 140 B minor versus 142 D major, which I think B minor is the harmonic of a D major. D major is B minor. So that helps. I'm going to do this as well. Yeah, I'm here. Lurky, man showed up still. Peak. Oh, drinks on me. True. Let's get this down. 140. Now the question is, which song do I want to ruin? Marginally, but still ruin. Let's see. I don't know either of these songs. Okay, second half. More house. What do we got second drop? Okay, same drops. What do we have for bright? Okay, it's bright. I don't know if it's the minor major that is throwing me off. I feel like one of them might be microtonal. Has Drinks on Me ever done microtonal? I don't know. I don't think so. Was it Undead last week that also gave me just some weird combo that was like music theoretically weird? Worked out in the end though. Alright, here's what we're doing. I'm going to do... I want to speed up. I want to speed up that as that. Because I want to keep the brightness of the other track. I think that'll work out in our favor. Okay. 142. Yeah, it's microtonal. So it's the Atura track is microtonal plus 50 cents. Ooh, I caught that. I caught that. Let's go. All right. I'm down to do some stem extraction experimentation. I'm just thinking remove the bass stem, no bass. Let bright carry. We'll do some side chaining, and then it sounds like just at least from what I've previewed, that the two vocals don't actually overlap at all, which would be great. But if they do overlap, then I'll cut around them. But I think this sounds like a pretty exciting combination. I think this will work pretty well. I'm worried that bright is going to what's the word? Pun not intended, but I think bright might be a little too bright, that it'll maybe kind of suppress that as that. That's the word I was looking for. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Put the timer and catch up on the chat. I cannot refresh the timer because my stem extraction is hogging my CPU. All right. What if my clock crashed? Let me read here. Yeah, blame Beatport. How many mashes left, Duel? Is dude's camera lagging? My whole computer just lags when I do stem extraction, because stem extraction is actually a pretty heavy CPU inducive. Just heavy on the CPU to do stem extraction, and I'm streaming, and I have a Minecraft server running in the background, but we're gonna ignore that. However, I learned, I think I mentioned this a while back, but whatever time it takes to do stem extraction on my computer is way faster than on the average computer. So, like, I hear some of my friends, like, it takes like 2, 3, 4 minutes to do stem extraction, whereas like here, like, we just gotta pause the stream for like 30 seconds to 45 seconds. So it's really not the end of the world. How many mashups are left? So we've got this one, and then the next one is the last one, which is Eric James Online, who has requested Blood of Aza, Banshee, and Face Fatigue. That's what's left. I'm going to finish out this mashup. I'll keep requests open in case there's anything last minute, but then otherwise, if not, I'm going to cut it, and James Online asterisk Eric James Online. Eric James Online asterisk will be last. All right, let's get. Oh, my timer started going. What the heck? There we go. It does that every time he extracts stems. When don't they make it work on GPU? Why don't they make it work on GPU? Also, I updated that pic on Discord if you haven't noticed. I think I did. Whoop, look at that. We've added FL Chan and Cat Jam. That's huge. Huge shout outs. Boop. Oh, yeah, I should save that one. Boop. Save image. Delete. Save. Yes. Close. Ooh, na 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 na, fall in love. All right. Let's get started. Whoops, that's not good. What if I do, I have an idea, something like this. There we go. Okay, hold on. Quick pause of the timer. I'm sure just reset. I don't feel like I did that much progress, but also I realized the stem extraction did not carry over the microtonal fix, so I'm just going to apply that real quickly. Da, da, na, 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 fall in love. There we go. Okay, that sounds good. Now, let's try that again. Start timer. No! What if I do this?
Tell me something, do you feel the same? Maybe I've been missing the time that you're the one for me. Baby, can't you see that you're the one for me?
Electric flowing on rain, current up to the sky, and just so bright. Universe out in space, and it signals tonight. You got me feeling just so bright. When I wait, it's critical that we find something that can contain all of the
Well, that's not the drop. Fall in love. Wait, so they both have vocals. Uh-oh, why is it off? Why are you off? Actually, that would also explain, yeah, why is this off? That's not good. There we go. That's not good. Why is that a different tempo? Or not tempo, well, yeah, it's just a... I was wondering why it sounded like the drums were like double layered, and now I see it just goes off the grid? What? What did my stem extraction do? Brother, this is my stem extractor. I'm going to jail. I'm gonna fail the test. That would have been a better joke. There we go. Fix it over here. Are the vocals also off? I mean, vocals are kind of fluid. I don't like what I did here. I'm just going to take a moment to fix this. I'd rather just extend the duration of the other song instead of cutting that one in half. So I'm going to make that fix very quickly here. There we go, something like that. Cheeky little fix. Okay. I'm going to do one last little thing. I didn't get the sidechain, which is a little bit of an L, but I think what's more important is I need to turn down the gain a little bit. They don't match in volume. I also don't know if sidechaining would actually help. I think it helps, so I might just leave it as is. Call it there. Delete that. Clean up the project. Delete this. Heck yeah. Whoop. Make you long again. Needs a Zaz on laggy stream moments, lol. You got a stem extraction, the other one, XD. Chill mashup with dance, go well together. Pff, BPM, I think BPM. Did I do something wrong? Wait. No, the BPM's correct. Unless, wait, hold on. No, if it was BPM, 140 would be way more incorrect. If I forgot to change it to set it as 142, it would be way more off. Yeah, setting the correct tempo doesn't actually change anything. It might be because one of the songs is microtonal. Maybe wait, is this song? Oh, that song is on grid. I was gonna say usually microtonal they just physically speed up or slow down the song, and then as an artifact the pitch is different as well. I don't know. Maybe I made a mistake at some point and didn't notice it, but I think it's fixed enough. It's been alleviated enough that I don't think it's a huge issue. The 140 BPM mashup, Wild Lil. All right. If I was to spend a little more time, I'm not going to do it. But if anybody wanted to spend more time on this mashup, my suggestion would be to, not in the drops, but in the mid sections, because you could get away with some extraction a lot more. There's a lot less going on. Would be to extract the vocals from like the intro, the mid section, maybe the outro. I didn't actually listen to the outro. I don't know what it sounds like. But to extract the vocals and remix them. And I mean remix them as in like make them a little louder, apply a similar process. Like I put reverb on the Atura track. Was it Atura? No, Drinks on Me. I put reverb and boosted the vocals of the Atura track. You should similarly boost the vocals of the Atura track and volume so that they're similar to each other. Which is why I lowered the volume of the Drinks on Me track vocals, because I realized the bright vocals are way quieter. Anyways, we need a title for this. What? That is Bright. That, I feel like that's just gonna be the logical title. That is Bright.
I've been missing you, babe. Tell me something, do you feel the same? Baby, I've been missing you, babe. Tell me something, do you feel that way? I got no doubt that you're the one for me. Baby, can't you see? I got no doubt that you're the one for me.
Electric glow in the rain, current up to the sky. You got me feeling just so bright. Universe out in space, sending signals tonight. You got me feeling just so bright. When I wait, critical that we find something that can contain all the light we have inside. Light we have inside. Light we have
Something, do you feel the same? Baby, I've been missing you, babe. Tell me something, do you feel that way? I got no doubt that you're the one for me. Baby, can't you see? I got no doubt that you're the one for me.
electric glow in the rain, current up to the sky. You got me feeling just so bright. Universe out in space, sending signals tonight. You got me feeling just so bright. When I wait, critical that we find something that can contain all the light we have inside. Light we have inside. Light we have
I thought that was gonna go into like, I thought this was like maybe a seamless track in an album or something like that. Pretty neat. If I had to execute this in a way that like I would prefer to execute, like if I had like all the stems available and I could perfectly execute the vision that I originally had, to be honest, I would like to have been able to remove the, well, as the name implies, the bright sounds. Like, was super soft? That. but like I don't know, the super soft, like super bright. And I would have liked to have made it more moody isn't the right word, but just more low key, like the original That Is That. Because I feel like the vocals of Bright do kind of work well with That Is That. And obviously the melodics and it being microtonal is also kind of nice. But then the drop is unlike the other portions of the track. And obviously unlike That Is That. But I don't think Stem Extraction is at a point where removing the high end of Bright would sound good at all. But, I mean, that is an idea. Maybe someone else has a better stem extractor, or in the future it does get to a point where you can execute it like that. And I think that would be pretty neat. File export zip loop package. That is Bright. But I like this combo. This combo is good. Good combo. Thank you, Undead. Alrighty. No one submitted any final requests. The last request of the stream is going to be Eric James Asterisk Online wants me to mash up Banshee by Blood of Aza, Blood of Aza, I don't know how to pronounce it, and Fatigue by Face. 133, 135, C sharp major, C sharp minor. Let's see what we got here. I think I know Face. I think I've heard of Face. I thought they were a dubstep artist. 135 does not look dubstep-y. Unless... that is not dubstep. Techno trance, something along those lines. Pretty neat. And then Banshee, what do we got? Oh, very moody techno trance type beat. What the... that doesn't sound like it has a key. C and C sharp as keys in dubstep just sounds like the algorithm gave up in figuring out what the key was. Which could be good, could be bad. Could be good because then the only solution is just to EQ out the bass and hope for the best. Could be bad because then that means there's no right key to mash this. First, let's get tempos. Let's get the tempos down. Excuse me. Alrighty. You've written 133. Let's do that. I don't think it is 133. I think it might be something else. Something more sinister. $136? Maybe? $134 looks like. 134. All right, a little closer to the other track, and then I think I'm gonna manipulate the tempo of Banshee because Fatigue sounds much louder. And let's see what we've got here. This one says 135. Okay, 135, 134. Key, I don't know. Let's see.
You don't understand. You don't.
Yeah, I mean, it just sounds. Excuse me. It probably technically has a fundamental note for the bass, for like the. Holy moly, my body's taking a screenshot. It probably has a fundamental note for the bass, because obviously, like, techno would just be atonal like that. It's just like every single low note, and that's the bass. But like that's a single note, right? If I do this. Pitch this up. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Reset. Oh, whoops. Let's do this and do this. So like that's a note. That could be a key, but it's pretty negligible. So I think I'm just going to do, I'd like to reset this. I'm gonna start the timer. I'll see what I can put together. I mean, I don't really know what to do here. One, two, three, four. I think I'll just cut to like the second half of the song from the start. Like that, maybe. Oh. Maybe something like that. Something like that. I think that sounds pretty alright. Let's add some sidechain. I got 3 minutes. I'm chilling. I'm mega chilling. We'll do sidechain. I don't want the sidechain to be that aggressive. I have two ideas. Right? Number one is sidechain. We'll do a cheeky little sidechain, and I want to reverse sidechain. Oh, this isn't in a channel. That might be a good idea. And then what I want to do, the idea that I had was I wanted to kind of force the track to have like a pulsing. Which you guys will see in a moment. Copy, and then here. V, B, 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 B. There we go. Shrink this down. So the idea that I have is we do something like this. This might look a little goofy, but basically there's like a percussive, I don't know, an element. And I want to kind of enunciate that in this track. That's not what I meant to do. I wanted to do balance. I want to balance. There you are. So it'd be like this is my idea. I think this could be cool. Like that. The only downside is the vocals kind of get lost, which, I mean, I guess I could fix it if I extracted the vocals and then layered them by themselves to not be affected by this. But I think that gives it a little more character, makes it sound a little more cohesive. I could also make it not affect as hard, maybe over here a little lesser. Something like that. Oh, I gotta remove it here actually. Cut. Oh, I also gotta do something like that. There we go.
You don't understand. You don't understand.
I'll do one more quick thing that I have an idea for. I want reverb. Am I on the right channel? I am. I want, oh, there we go. I want, nope, nope. Oh my goodness, holy cow, I'm pressing every wrong button. I would like reverb. Thank you.
You don't understand. You don't understand. You don't understand.
But I only want it for this section right here. Something like here, back down. So that here it would sound cool, I think. Cool, kind of cool. Excision-like, question mark? And then it goes back into it. What do we got over here? Sure. I'll take that. Oops. Nope. There we go. Trim that. All right. I think this is done. Fatigue and Banshee. How do we even title this? Blood of the Banshee. No, that's the same song. Fatigue of the Banshee. Face. Fatigue of the Banshee's face. Blood of the Banshee. Flood of the Banshee's face. Fatigue of the Banshee's blood face. I don't know. Some. Named Azza. All right, here we go.
You don't understand. 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 You don't understand.
Also, hello Dantron 3000 YTS.
You don't understand. I'm better than man. You don't understand. You don't understand.
pretty neato. Works pretty well. You get to a point where the song is atonal enough where, yeah, like I said, it kind of doesn't matter as long as you either, because it doesn't sound like Fatigue is atonal. Like, how do I best describe this? The low end is like muddy, but there's still a key to it. Like, especially the bass note. Obviously, there's like more melodic elements that are being spread over it, more like drone elements, but melodic. Boom, boom, stuff like that. And then over here, this is just every note is the bass. Well, I removed the bass in this, but hold on. So, kind of worked out in this. Sometimes, and then yeah, like usually like these algorithmic like key finders. I think you link tune source, tune bat. You link tune bat, but I think what's its name? Like Beatport would say the same thing. They just kind of give up when things have no discernible key, and usually just put it at like C, which I don't know why. That could probably be something worth investigating. I think that's interesting. But when I say like C sharp major, C sharp minor, and it's techno or trance, not so much, but like techno especially, I'm just like, this is probably atonal. But yeah, this is cool. Now the hard part is not the mashup. What are we titling this? Let me also catch up on the chat, because I'm a little behind. Whoop. I've never mind. That's exactly why I gave you that. I noticed the I'm way too far. Face does drum and bass. The album this is from has him dabble in quite a few genres though. The Blood of Aza song also has noise elements. LOL. True combo of techno trance. That beat was thrown into a blender, mostly techno. Gonna go grab Breckfart. Good stream. Sounds good, Undead. Hope you enjoy your Breckfart. Trance on the off drops. The drops are techno. Blood of Azazel. Blood of Azazel. True. Scream's the title I thought of. Banshee's Fatigue as the title. That would actually make the most sense. Banshee's Fatigue, yeah. Because Banshees scream, and you scream when you feel fatigued. So, true. Imagine this being a Halloween mashup. That would go hard. Banshee's Fatigue. I do like that. Works out. Alrighty. And that, my friends, is another stream in the bags. Had some technical difficulties in the beginning, but I guess it worked out. Streamed for just over 3 hours. I'll take it. I said I was going to take off the sweater, and I didn't. So, it is what it is. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll be back next Thursday, as I usually am. Hopefully not late like I was today, but I will be back. And I'm going to try to upload a YouTube video before my next stream. That is going to be my personal goal. As I upload a YouTube video before my next stream, I think I can do it. But I'm gonna crank up. I'm gonna crank up the production. I'm finally getting settled back into my life and whatnot. Hope everyone's doing good, and I'll see you around. Bye bye.